Are you ready to expand your life and reality? Join us for the next hour with Jamie Bates as she shares life-changing thoughts, techniques, and awarenesses to help you expand your reality.
Hello and welcome. I am Jamie Bates, consciousness facilitator and expander of realities. My mission with my radio show is to create greater awareness of what is possible and to expand you beyond the limitations of this reality. I am grateful that you are joining me today. So today I'm talking about choice. Everything you desire is really within your reach. You really can have anything. You just have to choose it and really truly choose it. So today I'm going to break down choice into pieces, okay? First, we're going to kind of have to start acknowledging. So we're going to kind of give ourselves this space to acknowledge that we actually really can have choice in our lives. We can. And I know that, like, even me saying that, like, I can hear all of the, like, I can't have choice. I don't have any choice. You know, I get it. Like, I know how locked down life can feel. I get how money can be an issue, how where you live can be an issue, your job can be an issue, your relationship can be an issue, right? Maybe all of the above. And I totally get how you can start living in this life where you truly feel like you have no choice and no other possibilities. So today I'm going to really kind of a look at choice and really, I guess, invite you into acknowledging that maybe you can have choice in your life. I feel like that's kind of step number one, is acknowledging that, okay, maybe I can have choice. Um, Next, we're going to kind of look at kind of the quote unquote stuff that's in the way, right? All of the places where you have excuses of why you can't choose, or all the places where you're looking at maybe looking to other people, or looking at what you think you can choose, what you think is acceptable, right? What other people will approve of, right? Those are all things that stand in the way of our choice. When we look at like excuses to why we can choose, you know, oftentimes I would say probably the number one excuse to why we feel like we can't choose things in our life is money. And so I'm going to kind of break that down, and we're going to kind of get that out of our way so we get that, you know, really truly you can have anything if you just choose it. You really truly can. And I want to invite you into that space today, and I want you to know that you know, we don't have to align and agree with this idea that life is hard and you have very small choices, because you really don't. Yeah, and last we're going to really look at getting into that space of having what you want and really just choosing it. Knowing that when you choose something, the universe conspires to help you create it. So I want to just kind of break choice down and really give you a different possibility and being able to choose things in your life. So let's go ahead and get started today, and let's put our barriers down, our barriers down, our barriers down, our barriers down. Yeah, just let it all kind of melt away, and let's go ahead and expand out. What we're going to do here is we are going to expand out the energy, space, and consciousness of who we be, like our being, not our body, right? Because we are a being and we have a body within us. And so what we're going to do is we're going to expand out our being, really get us into a place where we have more space of us and more space of us to access. So let's go ahead and expand yourself out, and you just have to listen to my voice. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to think of anything. You're just going to allow your being to expand. So go ahead and make yourself as big as the state that you're in, and you're going to go all the way out, and you're going to go all the way down and all the way up as big as it is out. And go ahead and make yourself as big as the country that you're in, all the way out, and all the way down, and all the way up. And go ahead and make yourself as big as the planet that you're on, that we're all on. Hopefully we're all on the same planet. I mean, maybe not. Who knows? Bigger, faster, becoming one with everyone and everything in the universe. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Multiverse, multiple universes. Times that by a million. 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 All the way out to the space of who you be as the infinite being that you be. Awesome. So, yeah, just give yourself that space today. So in that space of that true space of who we be, that infiniteness that we are, really acknowledging that nothing is without, or nothing is beyond our reach, let's say. Nothing is impossible. And so today we're going to do kind of some clearing. Being in that space of the infiniteness that you be, it doesn't really matter what you're looking for. If you can really get that, the situations that you have in your life right now are based upon the judgments that you have in your life. If you really are looking to create something in your life and you've been having awareness of it maybe for a really long time, like I had a session the other day with someone, and this is very common. I mean, this is something that I would say I probably talk to somebody about. I would say probably every single day is about how your choices create. And I had a session with someone recently, and she's been wanting to really create this move in her life. And this move was kind of one of those things where she had really looked at, she could feel how moving was going to change things for her. She could feel the excitement of it, right? She could feel the energy of what it was going to create for her when she moved. But she couldn't seem to figure out how she was going to get to the move, right? Like there's all those parts and pieces in the way. And every time she would think about going and moving, she would go to the place where it's like, oh, well, I don't have the money, right? I mean, money is an excuse, I think, for all of us for like a million different things, right? We want to do this, we want to do that, we want to choose this, we want to have that. And we go to the space where it's always like, oh, I don't have the money, I don't have the money, I don't have the money. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now that it literally has nothing to do with the money. Nothing. Everywhere all of that is for you, and everywhere you're wrapped into that tangle of I don't have money so I can't choose anything, everything, all of that is, yeah, all of that. Do you feel all that energy? So what we're going to do is we're just going to grab all of that energy, and we're going to choose to remove that energy because it's your universe. You get to decide, right? So I'm just going to grab all of it, 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 all of it. Everything, all of that is. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. So what I'm doing here is I'm just grabbing the energy, because what that is, and I'm going to tell you right now, is a lot of these things that stand in our way, those are like universal loops. Those are energies that we're all perpetrating as like a whole, I'm going to say a society, is using money as an excuse. And what that has done is it's locked up all of our money flows. Like it's stopped all of us from generating massive change in our life, because generally one of the first places people go when they talk about change is, I don't have the money for that. Yeah, that right there. And everywhere you've aligned and agreed with that, keep going, 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 and resisted and reacted to that. All the way out, 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 all the way out. Defended for. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And defended against. And righteous for. And righteous against. And everything, all of that is, can we just choose to remove all of that from all of universes? And can we just choose that now? And we're just removing that energy, so you don't have to align with that anymore. You don't have to agree with that anymore. You don't have to defend that anymore. You don't have to keep perpetrating that lie on yourself anymore. Everything, all of that is, can we just choose to remove all of that from all of universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. And I know I can hear you all saying, but I really don't have the money. And I get it. I know you probably don't have the money, because the thing is you've been buying that lie for a really long time. So now if you're telling the universe all the time that you don't have money for something, do you think that one day you're just going to miraculously always have money? No, you're not, because you have to change the story. You have to change the energy around your life. Your point of view creates your reality. Your reality does not create your point of view. And I know, I get it. I've lived in that life where you want to continue to kind of solidify the contractions of, but I really don't have money. I get it. But I'm telling you, you don't have money because you've bought into that story. This whole world has bought into that story. And now we're in this place where very little people have money, right? Very, very little people in this world actually have money. What do they say? Like less than 5% of the world holds, 90% of our wealth. We have to change our viewpoints there. We have to realize that even choosing something has very little to do with money. Every time you reperpetrate the story that you don't have money, you're limiting and locking up your money flows more and more and more and more and more. What you can choose literally has nothing to do with money. Yeah, more space, more space, more space, more space, more space, more space, more space. I know I've told a lot of stories about my children and about, how they create things. And I literally kid you not, like it's almost on a daily basis that one of my children, um, I shouldn't even say children anymore. They're not really children. They're they're young adults. One of my young adults tells me something, and it's like sometimes it just blows my mind, because it's like they don't operate in this place where they can't have. And so they stand in this place where it's like they know they can choose something, and something's going to show up and it's going to be created. Recently I had a conversation with one of my daughters. She's a very big music fan, and she had said, there's this band that's out right now. I don't know if maybe you've heard of them, but they're like a computer generated band, which is really strange to me, right? We were having this whole conversation. The band's name is the Gorillas, and we were talking about this. And she's a kind of a music connoisseur, and she goes to a lot of concerts. And let me tell you what, she is a magical creator when it comes to concerts. I don't care who it is. If she says she wants to see them some way, somehow, it gets created. So we were talking about this band, and literally, like, she had said, well, I'd like to go see them, but I don't think I'd like actually want to try to get the tickets. Like sometimes, she'll mention to a family member will buy her the tickets, or, however, or I'll buy her the tickets, or, however that ends up happening, right? Um, so she had said, well, I wouldn't mind seeing them, but I don't, I don't want to, like, I'm not looking to go buy the tickets, is essentially what she said. And yesterday, well, a couple of days ago now, she had a she had a new friend contact her that she goes to school with, and the friend said, hey, my dad has purchased some tickets to go see the Gorillas for my birthday. Would you like to come? And she's getting all the information, and she actually wasn't home at the time, and she text messaged me, and she's like, you know look what just happened, like just like that. Like, yeah, she chose that she would like to go see them, but she didn't want to purchase the tickets. And just like that, someone showed up and created an opportunity for her to have that. This universe is full of abundant possibilities. When the universe knows you want to create something in your life and you start putting energy towards it, it doesn't matter if you have the money. It doesn't matter if other people around you think you shouldn't choose it. It doesn't matter what your head says. It doesn't matter what your bank account says, right? Your daughter's 14 years old. She doesn't technically have the money to have things, but she always creates it because she knows that if she puts it out there and she chooses it, she's going to have the opportunity to have that. And everywhere that's not available to you, everywhere you're not allowed to choose, yes, all of that, 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 everything, all of that is. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. So back to this story about this woman I was talking about that was talking about moving, right? So she goes, to this place where it's like, okay, well, I don't have the money, and then it's like, okay, well, I don't have a job in the new area, right? I don't have like we tend to go to everything we don't have that we feel like is the time and space that would really take for something to be created in our life. And I'm going to tell you a little secret right now. The universe doesn't work on time and space, okay? This is a frequency-based universe. When you choose something, when you dynamically choose something, and not, I don't mean go, oh, I'd like to move, but I don't have the money, I don't have a new job, I don't have this, I don't have that. Okay, I get that. That's not in your universe right this minute. I get that. But what I want you to see is what you do is you go, I choose to move. Hey, I am choosing to move here. I am choosing this, whatever it is. I don't care if it's a concert. I don't care if it's uh, a move, a relationship, whatever it is that you're looking to create for your life, or maybe it's a million different things. You have to start by choosing it. And so often, I can even feel the resistance right now because people go, well, I don't want to choose something because I don't know if it's going to happen or not, and I don't want to set myself up for failure. And I get that. But I also get that's the very same exact energy that actually prevents you from having anything that you desire in your life. Everything all of that is. And all of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of our universes, and can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. We have so much definition, we have so many decisions, so much time and space around the construct of what we have decided we have to do to have things we would like to choose. Just feel that for a second. Everything, all of that is. All of that, 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 all of that. What if the universe really truly does have your back? What if you could just choose something and you could allow the molecules of the universe to rearrange and create it for you? Everything, all of that is. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. And I will say that there's, depending on where you're starting from and where you want to go, sometimes there is a lot of time and space in between that, and other times there's not. Like for me, it's like, okay, so if I want to be a billionaire, right? I have to start where I'm at right now. Okay. Now, I can actively start choosing to be a billionaire, right? And I can start saying to myself, I am choosing to be a billionaire. This is my choose process, right? Universe, bring me being a billionaire. Now, I can currently receive parts and pieces of being a billionaire. Okay? And I want you to feel that in your own body, right? So if you asked the universe, if you said, I'd choose to be a billionaire, you feel that like noise and all that like, oh, like you can't have that, you can't be that, you can't choose that, you can't. That's all noise. That's all energy. That's all constructs. That's all structures, things. Those are all things that are in your way of being a billionaire. Okay? Now, as long as those things, all of that noise, all of that energy, all of those points of view are there, you're more than likely never going to reach being a billionaire. Because what happens is you say, I choose to be a billionaire. I want you to say that. I choose to be a billionaire. And then all that like blah, 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 all that, right? You can't be a billionaire. You could never be a billionaire. You're not smart enough. You're not good enough. Whatever all that noise is, right? What we often do is we start looking at that noise and we go, oh yeah, I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not this. I'm not that. I'm not whatever your head is telling you. You start aligning with those ideas. Now, what has happened is we have a whole lifetime of alignment, of resistance, of reaction, of defending all of that head noise. And all of that really truly does become energetic structures within our universe. It really does become true stuff that's in our way. So for me, when I start clearing that stuff energetically, I start releasing the noise. I stop having a resistance to it. Like even if my head says, oh, you can't have that, you're not smart enough to create that. Okay, I don't have to buy that as real and true because I know that this is my universe. I get to decide. And I know that if I choose to be a billionaire for long enough, if I chose that energy so dynamically, I know I can create that in my life because I can become the energy, space, and consciousness of what a billionaire is because I can receive the energy around it. Yeah, and everything, all of that is, can we just choose to remove all of that and all of that, 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 all of that? Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes, and can we just choose that now? Vaporize, 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 vaporize. I know that I can have anything I choose. Now, am I going to really have to put some effort into choosing to be a billionaire? Absolutely, positively I am. Because right now, I am not close. I mean, first I probably have to become a millionaire, right? Because I'm not a millionaire yet, I say. Okay, so for me, first I wanna look at the bigger goal. Okay, so the bigger goal is, and I'm just using this as kind of like a stepping stone point here to kind of get you to see that. I think oftentimes, especially by the time people come to me, they've been choosing billionaire status, right? Just as an example, right? They've been choosing something so far beyond what they can really create right this minute, right? Because first, what I have to do is first I have to back off and I have to dynamically choose millionaire, right? I have to choose millionaire and I have to choose millionaire and I have to receive all of the spaces and places that being a millionaire would mean. Now, for me, when I look at like even being a millionaire, I mean, for one thing, I definitely can't have resistance to what people have points of views about. Because if I have points of view about, people, oh, what's Aunt Sally gonna think if I'm a millionaire, right? Oh, she's gonna, be mad at me and she's gonna this and she's gonna be that, right? Now, if I have resistance and I have looping thoughts about what someone's gonna think about me if I get there, right? And I have looping thoughts about why I can't have it. Like I have to get beyond all of that. If I'm truly going to choose being a millionaire, and I'm going to truly want to really truly create being a millionaire, I have to take proactive steps every single day to create myself as that millionaire. Now that means I can't make myself small. I can't buy into the, oh, you're stupid, you're never gonna be a millionaire. No, what I do with all of those thoughts is I grab them all. I know that this is my universe. I get to decide, yes, I can be a millionaire. I can be a millionaire if I choose it. So everything, all of that is. And I just grab it, grab it, grab it, grab it, grab it, grab it, grab it. I choose to remove all of it from all of my universes, and I choose that now. And I'm going to vaporize, 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 right? Then I'm going to look at, what do I need to do or be today to create, more space of being that millionaire right away? Yeah, and I'm going to receive that. And then I'm going to have these like random thoughts of like, oh, well, what about so and so? So and so is going to blah, 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 blah. If that, and I'm just going to grab all that. I'm going to clear that too. I'm going to know that no one can stand in the way of what I want to choose. What I want to choose has absolutely, positively nothing to do with anyone but myself. So who are you checking in with to see what you can choose? Ooh, all of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of universes, and can we just choose that now? Vaporize, 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 vaporize. Now, even for me right now, looking at really receiving being a millionaire is still kind of a stretch, because I still probably want to start being first before I'm a millionaire. I probably want to be a 500,000aire. Right? I know that's not really a word, but it's kind of fun. So I want to start really receiving, like, hey, what would it be like to, create that energy of, having, $500,000 or making $500,000 a year, right? Because that's even closer to where I'm at right now. Now, personally, I've been really playing with the energy of what's it going to take to always have more money than I can spend. And that's a really fun energy for me. So I've been actively choosing having more money than I can spend. And what's interesting is I don't know that I've necessarily made more money lately. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say no. My money flows have pretty much been the same, but what's been different is other things have been showing up that are creating differently, that are allowing my money flows to be, or my money to be different. Like, so when I started actively choosing to have more money than I can spend, it was kind of like, so first my husband currently goes away for days at a time for business, and he generally has to pay for all of his own expenses. And right after I started actively choosing that, literally, he got like kind of like business trip opportunity after business trip opportunity after business trip opportunity after business trip opportunity. And what that meant was, instead of us paying for his travel expenses, his work was paying for his travel expenses, which equaled more money in our bank account, right? Then not only that, but did they pay for all of his expenses? If they paid for his housing expenses, they paid for his food expenses, they paid for his travel expenses, right? Which again equated to more money for me. Then well, money not just for me, but in our bank account, right? And then it was like, oh, and then uh, I got a big refund on something I wasn't expecting to get a refund on, right? So it didn't really necessarily look like I had to make more money to have more money than I can always, or than I can spend. What actually ended up being created was opportunities outside that actually created less money that I had to spend. Yeah, see how that choice created that for me. I chose, and I'm still actively choosing, to have more money than I can spend. And so that's creating opportunities where it doesn't mean that I have to make more, or I have to generate more, or I have to do more. It's allowing the universe to create situations that allow me to spend less money. Yeah, everywhere all of that is for you, and all the shikyu stupidity, unconsciousness, anti-consciousness, energy fog around all of that. All of that, 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 all of that. And everything all of that is, can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. And where's everywhere that you are never allowed to choose something like that for you? You have that right there. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Everything, all of that is, can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. Yeah. So going back to that energy of like even choosing to be to create and generate $500,000 a year, right? So once I get to that space where I'm like, okay, I'm creating, $500,000, right? That was my choice. Now I've created that. Now, then I go to the bigger choice. Okay, now I want to be a millionaire, right? And I start really choosing that energy of being a millionaire. And again, like, receiving, being open, realizing that each one of these levels, there's going to be people around me that are going to have points of view that I can't choose that. Even when I was talking to the woman about moving, she's like, every time I mention it to anybody, everybody goes, oh, it's so expensive, right? People have lots of points of view about what you want to choose. And here's my advice too is, if you have people around you that are not going to be okay with what you want to choose, don't tell them. Don't share with them. Keep your mouth shut. Really. Because if people are just going to make you wrong and they're just going to validate your restrictions, don't tell them what you want to create. Don't put yourself in that position where they're going to make what you want to create wrong, or they're going to validate their own limitations by saying, oh, you can't have that. And most of the time when people tell you that you can't have something, it's because they never would allow themselves to have that. Yeah, that right there. Everything, all of that is. And all of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of our universes? And can we just choose that now? In vaporize, 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 vaporize. So back to my story here, like if I'm looking at being that billionaire, right? I have to work my way up. I have to I have to go to the different levels. I can't just go, "Oh, I want to be a billionaire. I'm choosing to be a billionaire," and then be mad when in a month I'm still not a billionaire. Well, hey, am I a thousandaire yet? Am I 100,000aire yet? Hey, am I a 500,000aire yet? Am I, am I a millionaire? Am I a multimillionaire? Now, I'm not going to say that, there aren't people in this world that play the lottery, right? And they might maybe win $1 billion. I know $1 billion is kind of a lot. I don't know that that people really win $1 billion, but I guess in our lifetime we've had a couple that have been up there pretty high, right? But the thing is even if you look at someone who has won the lottery, even, multimillionaires that have won the lottery, right? They win the lottery, they become a multimillionaire, and what happens to their money? You know, within some of them, within years. I read an article, and I think I've talked about this in one of the shows before, where it said like less than 10% or something like that. It was a very small percent of people who have won the lottery actually still have money. Most of them are out of their money within 5 years. And why is that? Because they did not become the space of what they were looking to create. Yes, maybe they pulled and pulled and pulled and pulled and pulled on being a millionaire, but they didn't take time to actualize that energy in their life and actually be able to receive that space. That's the difference. You can create anything you want, anything that you choose, but you have to be able to receive the spaces in between and to actually have it. I work with a lot of people in a lot of different life situations, even looking at relationship. Oftentimes people will tell me that they want relationship, right? And we'll work a lot on shifting and changing things, but what people don't understand, and I think what's missing in a lot of things that we're trying to do is you have to be able to receive all of the different parts and pieces without the noise, without the wrongness, because as soon as you re-buy into the wrongness, as soon as you recycle back into the, oh, I'm never going to have that, my life is never going to change, everything's always going to stay the same, as soon as you re-buy back into that, you're reinstituting those restrictions, and you're completely, I don't want to say completely, but you're stopping yourself from having what you really want to choose. Everything, all of that is. All of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? Yeah, vaporize, 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 vaporize. You really have to get into the choice. If there's something your heart has really been, screaming at you to create, I'm going to tell you right now, number one, there's something that you've really been wanting to choose. That's an awareness that you can create that for your life. You don't get awareness of things that you can't create. Okay, so I don't care what it is that you've been looking at choosing for your life. I don't care if it's looking at choosing relationship. I don't care if it's looking at choosing a move, tons of money, whatever it is. Like if you have been having that, like, oh, I really want that. I really want that. I really want that. And then listening to all of that, but you can't have that because I'm telling you that all you really actually have to do is choose it. You have to choose it. You have to choose it. And you have to keep choosing it. And you have to know that head noise that comes up, it says you can't have that, blah, 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 blah. You can't choose that, blah, 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 blah. That's baloney. It's not real. And it's not true. Those energies are literally stopping you from having what you want to choose. There comes a certain point where you almost just have to, like, I don't want to say, like, it's not like in a resistance energy, because the thing about those, especially those head noises, are is you don't want to like resist them, and you don't want to like, no, I don't want to think that, because we all know that when you resist that or you push that noise away, it just gets louder, it just gets stronger, and it just gets harder to fight, right? And it gets exhausting. It's exhausting to continually fight against that energy, so you don't want to fight against it. You want to just let that head noise play. Because the reality is it's not real and it's not true. You can let it play. Don't pay any attention to it. Whatever you got to do, just let it go, and then just say, just really literally everything, all of that is, I'm choosing to remove it. It's your universe. You get to decide. There's literally nothing in the way of you creating what you want to create except yourself. Everything, all of that is. All of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. And if you're hearing a lot of that, a lot of that energy of like, oh, well, what's so and so going to think if you have that? What's blah, blah, blah going to say if you do that, or if you choose that, or if you create that? Yeah. all you want to do with all of that too is you just want to grab it all and clear it all out of there. Everything, all of that is. Who are you checking in with to see what you can choose? Everything, all of that is. All of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes, and can we just choose that now? Vaporize, 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 vaporize. So let's go back to that choice I told you I've been choosing. I've been really actively being in this space where I've been really choosing, like, having more money than I can spend. Now, I have went through a pretty amazing, I'm going to say an amazing transformation of my business in the last few years. And last year was financially, emotionally, physically, probably all of it. It was probably the biggest extension or the biggest expansion I've ever done in my business. And the thing is I got up every single day and I chose that. I chose it every single day. There wasn't a day, I shouldn't say that, because there probably was a day that went by that I didn't actually actively choose it, but I was the space where I was so willing to, and I was so ready, and I was so actively choosing it. So what is everything in the way that is really truly preventing you from actually actualizing and dynamically choosing what it is that you want to choose? Everything, all of that is. All of that, 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 everything, all of that is. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of universes, and can we just choose that now? Vaporize, 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 vaporize. I think oftentimes we have so decided we can't have things that we want to choose that we don't even really know what we want to choose anymore. Like, it's just like, I know I want my life to be different, right? But I don't even know what would even create that, because I literally feel like I have no choice. Whereas everywhere you feel like you have no choice. Oh, that all the way down and all the way out, and all the way down and all the way out, and all the way down and all the way out, and all the way down and all the way out. Everything, all of that is. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. What is something that you would like to choose that you have decided you can't? Just receive that for a moment. Receive, 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 receive. I'm going to ask that again. What is something you would like to choose that you have decided you can't? Where's all the autoresponders in and around all of that, 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 all the shaky stupidity, unconsciousness, anti-consciousness, energy fog. Everything, all of that is. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. What if you can have what you would like to choose? Just receive that for a moment. I think we get instilled with kind of this, like, what's the point energy, right? I think after so long of really truly desiring something or wanting something in our life, and it not happening over and over and over and over and over, because maybe we didn't have the capacities to create it, or maybe we didn't even really know. Like, you have to be clear about your choices. That's one thing that I've really learned about choosing and about really having choices. I can't be willy-nilly, right? I can't go, oh, I want to have more money than I can ever spend, but at the same time go, oh, well, I'll never have that much money, right? Like, I can't be in both boats. I have to be in one or the other. I can't say, oh, I want to go back to school and become a nurse, and then go, oh, but you can't be a nurse because dot, 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 and what's so-and-so going to think and what's so-and-so going to say, like, and still entertain that. Like, you can't be both. Yeah, everything, all of that is. Wow, all of that, 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 all of that. Everything that's preventing you from getting clear about your choices, everything, all of that is, can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. What is something that you would like to choose that you've never given yourself space to choose? And just receive that for a moment. Just receive, 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 receive. What is that? If you could choose anything, what would you choose? Often when I ask people that question, they go to everything that they can't choose, right? It's like we have this autoresponder loop of like, oh, well, I can't have this and I can't have that and I can't have this and I can't have that. What if you could? Just receive. What if you could? What if you could have anything that you wanted to choose? What if all you had to do was choose it? What would that mean about you? That right there. Everything, all of that is. All of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. Isn't it interesting what it would mean about you if you got to choose what you wanted to choose? Wow, right? Then you would have to like stop validating all of these limitations and all these restrictions that everyone has in this universe. You have to make maybe a lot of people in your life wrong, right? It's really kind of crazy, isn't it? And this reality we continue to perpetrate and recycle all of these energies of you can't have, and we uphold them over and over and over, and we pass them on generation after generation after generation after generation. And today I invite you into something different. Today I invite you into the possibility that what if we can all have whatever we want to choose? What if there's no limitation on choice? What if I can have what I want to choose and you can have what you want to choose? What if we could all choose to even be millionaires and create that? What if we could all choose to have a life of fun and ease and create that? No, you don't have to have a life of fun and ease. You don't even have to be a millionaire. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to choose. But what if we could truly have whatever we would like to choose? Everything, all of that is all of that, 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 all of that. Oh, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Everything, all of that is, can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes, and can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. And more space, 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 more space. Yeah. Let's just really kind of just allow our bodies to go into that space of choice. Yeah, and all the shaky stupidity on consciousness, anti-consciousness, energy fog around all of this. All of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? Vaporize, 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 vaporize. I know this reality isn't set up to have choice, right? This reality is a very defined, get in line and follow the herd, right? Don't step out. And we have, we've all been kind of, I'm going to say, implanted with these different energies where, just like even when we look at, who around you are you checking in with to see what you can choose? When you think about something you'd really like to choose, right? And you go into all of that space of like, well, what is Aunt Sally going to think? And what is, Uncle Ron going to do? And what is, Grandma going to, all of these places where we're checking in with all these people. It's not that these people are bad people. It's all that we've all been set in with these defined structures of limitation, right? One of the things that I very carefully state at the very beginning of this radio show is my radio show. My mission with my radio show is to create greater awareness of what is possible and to expand you beyond the limitations of this reality. You know, we have learned, especially in all this self-help stuff that I feel like is, is going around right now, right? Not going around, but you know what I mean? Like all this self-help stuff that's out there. And so often it's like we have to find someone to blame, or we have to find an experience to make wrong, to say, why this is this and that is that. But what if it really has nothing more to do with the fact that, like, we have literally been living in limitation since we've been here, and now we're waking up? And I'm not just waking up, and you're not just waking up, everyone's waking up. But the thing is many of us have been programmed with these limitations, with these real and true structures in our energy space and consciousness that loop in these ideas that you can't have that, you can't choose that, she can't do that, she can't choose that, right? And it's not that Aunt Sally's a bad person. Aunt Sally is just functioning within the construct of this reality. And maybe one day Aunt Sally will wake up and realize that she doesn't have to perpetrate that cycle any longer, and maybe she won't. But it doesn't have anything to do with you. Everything, all of that is all of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes, and can we just choose that now? Vaporize, 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 vaporize. Vaporize, 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 vaporize. My mission with my radio show is to create greater awareness of what is possible and to expand you beyond the limitations of this reality. You're the one who's listening. It's your universe. You get to decide. If you want to start having choice and possibilities in your life, all you have to do is start making choices and allowing yourself to have different possibilities show up for you. It's really not that hard. Everything, all of that is all of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes, and can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. Yeah. I know it feels really restricting, and that's exactly why I do the work that I do, because I've been there. I get it. I know what it's like to feel locked down with no choice. Today's a day that you have choice. More space, more space, more space, more space, more space, more space. I have so many things available in so many different areas to really help you get more space of you. So if you're really feeling like you're ready to make new choices in your life, I have some pretty cool programs that can help that can get you into more space. And it really is just about choosing it. Once you choose a program, the program starts to conspire to with the universe to give you greater possibilities. You want more money? I have a money program, and I also have a 30 days of money pulls, where essentially it's just focusing on pulling and receiving money for 30 whole days. Yeah, I'm getting ready to launch a new program in just a few weeks. It's 31 days, 31 straight days of magic and miracles. And for 31 days, we are going to be releasing, removing, untangling, unwinding all of this stuff that's in the way that says you can't have miracles, you can't have magic, you can't be magic, you're not magical, right? All of that crap, right? We're going to work on releasing, untangling, removing, and we're going to be asking and receiving for all kinds of really fun things, and really just being that space of magic, knowing that when you put something out there, the universe is conspiring to make that happen for you. The universe is here to help you co-create your life as the true miracle that it really truly is. I also have the Expand Your Reality VIP group, and this group is centered around the radio show and offers a deeper level clearing on each concept I talk about on the show. After each show, so after this show, I add a clearing call that is centered around clearing out any energies you have left around each concept. Plus, I give a special show sheet that has clearing questions and energetic Ask Sim or Steve. Plus, once a month, I have a special live call where you can join me live and dive into extra concepts to expand your reality. So if you love the show, you will love the chance to personally connect with me. It's only $33 a month, and it will create more for you. So if you'd like to join me on anything that I just talked about, or even, I have tons of freebies on my website as well. I have lots of free stuff. My website is www.jamie-bates, BATES.com, and you can check out, either the Expand Your Reality VIP group. You can go and check out, I think it's under like extra stuff. They have free calls on there. I have all kinds of free stuff. Really, you guys, my mission here is to expand you beyond the limitations of this reality. Each and every one of us, when we wake up and we start really truly realizing how powerful we are and how powerful we create in our universes, we start shifting and changing the collective consciousness of this world. We are all in this together. Now is the time to wake up and realize that you do have the power to create anything you would like to create in your life. You just have to choose it. Yeah. Receive, 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 receive. So thank you so much for listening to me today, and I hope that you enjoyed the show. Please, if you did enjoy the show, please let me know what you thought. You can also join me on my Facebook group, Expand Your Reality. And I also now have my radio show on iTunes as well. So not only can you listen to it at Cosmic Reality Radio, Haggy Shack Radio, you can listen to it on iTunes and YouTube. I am super blessed to have all these different avenues to share what I know about shifting and changing your life. So thank you so much for listening to me today, and I look forward to talking to you next week. And if you have a show idea, please drop it by me. I would love to hear what you would like to know about, what you would like to learn about. I would love to have some ideas rolling in. So thank you so much for listening to me today, and I will talk to you next week. Have a great day. Bye.
You have been listening to Expand Your Reality with your host, Jamie Bates. Thank you for listening.